Hey guys, it's Joy. Welcome back to my channel. This week I have my October week 42 bullet journal set up. If you're planning with me, grab your bullet journal, grab some tea, and let's get started. So I'm continuing on with my autumn leaves theme this month. I've actually really enjoyed doing this theme. I think the idea is broad enough so I can do different leaves and different colours, and I don't always feel like I'm constantly repeating myself. So this week's layout is, I think, quite simple and again easy to do. So it's 3 big illustrations and then boxes for the days of the week. And if you've seen my other videos, you'll know that I'm doing here exactly what I've done before. So I'm just working in layers to work in that colour and to work in sort of the blending and shading of the colour. So I start with a light umber colour, then I use some burnt sienna on top and then some burnt umber on top of that. And again, as per my previous videos, I use a Tombow marker underneath all the paint just to sort of draw in the leaves, the veins of the leaf. With this leaf, I think I underestimated how transparent the paint was going to be, and maybe I should have used a lighter shade of the Tombow underneath, but it's okay and I'm happy with how it turned out in the end. I think you can drive yourself crazy trying to fix all the small details or all the little things that you see that you're not quite happy with, instead of just trying to be happy with what you've got. And that's one of the things that I'm embracing in 2020, being happy with and grateful for what I've got. So this leaf is okay. This green leaf is just very, very simple. So I use the olive green to do it, and then I put some brown on top of that just to darken it up a bit. I think that one's quite straightforward. Then there's this fan type leaf at the top. So that one was very much lots of light umbers and raw siennas. And again, this light umber colour, you can see it's just really transparent, so lots of the pencil marking is actually showing through. And actually, I quite liked it because it sort of gave a little bit of detail underneath the leaf, so it made it look less flat and a little bit more sort of realistic and 3D-like. This week we don't have the calligraphy pen, just use regular or brush pens. So I just did some lettering of October and task, and then again I'm using my Tombow markers in 3 different shades to do sort of the headers for the days of the week. That's what it looks like in my heart. So I had a little bit of difficulty when it came to writing in the days of the week on these headers. Initially I wanted to do it all in white, but then the white wouldn't show up against the light brown at the top. So then I'm using a grey colour you see here, but then that always looked quite faint against the dark brown at the bottom. So eventually what I ended up doing was going over some of it in a white/light grey just to make it show up a little bit better. I kept going back and forth about whether to have boxes around the illustrations or not. When I first planned out the spread, I did have boxes because I thought it would be nice to contrast this with the days of the week which I had left quite open. But then after I finished painting the illustrations and I was doing rubbing out my pencil mark, I rubbed out the boxes because I thought, oh no, I just have a completely open spread. But then I looked at the spread and I just thought it looked too open, like too much white space. And don't get me wrong, I mean, white space can be really good depending on how you use it. I just felt that it wasn't working with the spread, so I went back to my original idea and put the boxes in. For this I used my trusty ruler, and I also used a Sakura Pigma Micron in the O2 size. Like I said, I just used a white pen to go over the writing just to make them more readable. And then the saga of the boxes continues. So after I had penned in the boxes, I just kept looking at the page and just kept thinking, oh, something's missing. And then I had sort of this idea on the fly, which was to colour in the boxes so it looks like a black square on which the illustrations are sitting on top of. And this in the moment inspiration really made the illustrations pop, and I really think it added to the spread overall and just made everything come together. So that's it for this week's setup. I really hope that you guys liked the layout and you liked the video. Please hit the like button if you did, subscribe to see more videos. Also, if you want to see more of my spreads and layouts, follow me on Instagram. I'll see you in the next one.
Something